Scared? You think we'll actually encounter a yokai? You're looking at Murim's best exorcist right now. Well then, brace yourself. He's a clever one, eluding the grasp of 1,000 soldiers. It wouldn't be any different if I went and looked. Time is tight, so it would be nice if we could use a lady as bait to make him reveal himself. Ghost Cave, do not enter. You're getting there. I can feel my yokai energy condensing in each and every one of these. A little bite. Enough. My yokai energy is not the same as the blood demons. Besides, he didn't convert the yokai energy into his own internal chi, but rather mixed it up. I'm still not sure what will happen when my yokai energy seeps into my now human body. Unfortunately, I'll have to find a way to fully convert yokai energy into human internal chi first. It's great to see him drooling over my yokai energy. You've been up since the early hours of the morning. That's right, to qualify as the next best disciple to lead our martial artists, it's about learning, mastering, and practicing, even if no one tells you to. I don't know about that guy, but you sure have a good heart, Myung Jin. HM. I think someone was just watching. This is a request from someone who has helped me so much. Young sect. Do you really have to go? Are you worried about me right now? How can I not be worried if it might be a yokai's doing? Let's go catch the yokai. Shining sword. We're all set. Let's go. Kianma, Wolf King, are you two coming with us? I'd love to see what a yokai looks like. I can't be left out of this fight. Good. I needed something to throw at them to buy time if I had to run away. Huh. Guhue, take care of the Young sect while I'm gone. Don't worry, Lady Surin has ordered a guard to be placed around the manor. That's our Surin. Humph. Be careful, take care. Li Riang. Eek. Wolf King without a Master Wagyong. I'm afraid this is taking too long, Vice Commander. If this continues, we might have to give bad news to His Majesty. We've been searching day and night with our soldiers, so we should be able to find her soon. I apologize. I know you are doing your best, but my anxious heart is making me speak harsh words. The princess is still alive, Admiral Dongchang. Of course, if my judgment is not wrong. Young master. How delightful it is to hear this. Withdraw all the soldiers from the mountain before sunset, as they will only serve as a distraction. We will ascend the mountain when the moon is at its peak. If the princess is still alive, every moment is precious, so how can we? Just know that climbing the mountain right now would be a waste of time. I understand. Whatever the reason, it must be important. All soldiers are to remain on standby at the barracks. This is a command to cease climbing the mountain. There are quite a few of them. They look like a disorderly lot. And yet they fought bravely against the blood cult. What's so great about those blood cult bastards? Something is here. Something that's definitely not human. The soldiers must have searched everywhere, the thorny vines covering the entrance are still intact. This is not normal. It's as if it's warning us not to climb the mountain. Senior brother. Warning, my foot. It's just being pesky and annoying. Ugh. Hee hee, what a temper. Shut up, heavenly demon. Ugh, arg. Old man heavenly demon. My ears feel strange. It's not your ears, it's the surroundings that are strange. Ever since we passed the mountainside, the usual sounds of the wind, the insects, are strangely fading away one by one. Senior brother. It's nearby. It seems to be watching us from the darkness over there. It seems reluctant to reveal itself first, possibly because it's been harassed by the soldiers. That's right. I traveled a long way to see a yokai I've only read about in books. The women and the princess captured by it must be somewhere on this mountain. Unless you plan to burn down the entire mountain and kill everyone. You've lit the fire so brightly, it's trying to hide even more. Wait here, all of you. What are you planning to do? I'm going to lure it out with bait. Bait? What bait can attract a man-eating yokai other than a woman? Huh? Demonic energy. Just a heads up. Don't make a fuss, no matter what comes out. Make a fuss. Do you know who I am? I am Bei Weiyang, the lord of the heavenly demon cult. Stop making a fuss, old man heavenly demon. Ugh. A strange sound, neither human nor animal. This is the sound of a yokai. It sounds like blades crashing. It feels as if I've returned to the yokai realm. Yes. This hunger must be incomparable to anything it's ever felt. The desire to consume my demonic energy must be driving it mad with anticipation. So, come out now. The more you try to endure, the more painful it becomes. It's here. No way. A human-faced spider. Spider bastard. I had a feeling it would be you. Arg. Wolf King. Ugh. Heavenly demon. Shit. A human-faced spider. Who would be scared of that? Get away. Ha. I thought you'd be smart since you have a human face. But you're just a useless little creature. What? Okay. What the? Did it escape? Don't worry. Some of its legs were cut off, so it can't go far. That really startled me, honestly. For a monster the size of a house to fly up like that. And then to shoot something like that from its tail. That must be a yokai. A human-faced spider. Ugh. Ugh. This is too tough. Can't escape even after using brute strength. Are other yokai just as interesting? Stop talking nonsense and do something about it. Old man heavenly demon. If Wagyong can't escape from that on her own, she might as well die. The yokai, in its panic, fled while leaving a trail of spider silk. Of course, once it goes deep into the mountain darkness, it will be impossible to track it by the spider silk. So instead, we can track it not by the spider silk, but by the energy on the silk. Like this. By tying a talisman that can trace the yokai's energy to the spider silk. Hasten by thy divine command. Oh. Now you're more like a proper shaman. Ha. Let's go. Wicked humans. You despicable humans are doing everything to snatch the human women from my grasp. I don't know how you got your hands on that demonic energy, but it won't work a second time. What? Huh? What is that blue flame? Humph. It's been spraying a lot of poison that makes you lose your senses. Too. No wonder the soldiers couldn't find them. Are you okay? I can still hold on, but getting any closer will be tough. Enough of your wailing. If this were the yokai world, all sorts of creatures would have been drawn by that noise and would have already torn you apart. Living hidden in the human world has caused you to lose your edge. Furthermore, your head is probably filled only with thoughts of devouring humans while calculating when the eyes of the heavens will be obscured. What? You human. What do you know? I'm curious about whether Django's aware about you. Those like you, who are insidious rather than blatant troublemakers, are more harmful to humans, so you should be captured first. But how could a bastard like you evade Django's eyes and sneak into this mountain? You seem to have lived for about 100 years. Who is that? What bullshit are you spouting? If you're a brat who doesn't even know about the great yokai Django, then there's no point in talking further. I have just one question. But if I have to ask you more questions, I will cut off one part of your body for each question. If you don't want to end up as nothing but a head for humans to gawk at. It's better to answer honestly before I keep asking you more questions. Phew. It cleverly wove rocks and tree roots to hide the cave entrance like this. No wonder so many soldiers saw it and just passed by. How many women did it capture? Senior brother. I've found the princess and the women. They are all unconscious due to the poison, but they're safe. Thank goodness. Surely there isn't another hidden place, is there? There's no such thing. That's the only one. Believe me. All right. I'll believe you. Then. What? Ugh. Oh my. Humans or yokai, they all end up in a mess when they meet you, senior brother. Let's see. What were you collecting? Huh? The creature's spirit stone and fangs. I thought they might be useful. Wash your hands thoroughly with strong liquor before you eat. So meticulous. Have you found the princess? How is she? Is she still alive? She is with the local women. They're all safe. That's a relief. I knew you could do it. You can hear the details later. I've marked the cave's location with smoke, so send the soldiers to hurry and bring them back. Send clothes with them too. Why clothes? The princess came to investigate why the local women kept disappearing. She only found out it was the work of the human-faced spider after she got caught. She's quite a brave girl. For a royal to personally look into the people's troubles. She is brave, indeed. How dare you try to touch my body? Get those filthy hands off me. Oh. Don't misunderstand. Senior brother was just trying to give you some energy so you could move since there was no antidote available currently. Silence. Should I just kill her? Now I see why you didn't bring her down with you. If you hit that girl a few times, she'll become obedient. Shall we head back? There's a decent guest house on the way. Let's fill our bellies before we go. I have another place to visit. Where are you going so suddenly? I'll tell you when I return. Let's go, shaman. Surely, he's not going to beat the princess. He is certainly capable of such a thing. When we gave them the antidote as the shaman instructed, their condition improved immediately. That guy is indeed a skilled shaman in many ways. The imperial family has once again received great help from the young master. Not only did you save my only sister, but you also saved the wives and sisters of many people, so I am very grateful to you. There's no need to mention it. But on the other hand, it is hard to believe and worrisome that this incident was the work of a yokai called the human-faced spider. The existence of yokai is something I've only read about in the records of ancient texts from a very distant past. Yokai exist even now, though they rarely appear in the human world, Your Majesty. I see. They still exist even now. Do not worry. I'm already thinking of paying more attention to this matter going forward. Hearing the young master say that puts my mind at ease. I will be of help in any way I can. Then may I make a request? What is it? Please arrange a meeting with Guyaja. The master craftsman Guyaja. Do not ask for the reason. Well, he is not someone I can command at will. Even if I go with you to see him, I cannot guarantee that he will agree to meet with the young master. Don't worry. Guyaja will meet with me. Guyaja. When I first heard that name from Surin, it somehow didn't feel unfamiliar. It felt like the name of someone vaguely remembered from long ago in my memory. The bamboo forest on the mountainside, the forge at the end of the straight road. I will know once I meet him to see if he is indeed the one I've been thinking about. Hop. Master. Han Young-woo, the owner of the Golden Workshop, has sent someone again requesting to see you. Didn't I tell you to refuse that fool's request? I always express your refusal, but... Despite the barrier I set up, someone. This is why they don't listen to you, Whoopyoung. Look. Because you refuse so half-heartedly, those dogs have come knocking on the door like that. Do you think this is some backwoods forge? If you want to leave with your head intact, leave immediately. Turn back. Ah. Donlu. I did hear that the owner of Donlu recently changed. Who was it? Seeing your face is bringing back my memories now. What? Yes, I remember. I broke the swords you offered to me and used them as a substitute for a mirror. You begged me, saying you were wrong to offer broken swords, didn't you? Oh dear. Oh dear. For you to visit such an insignificant person like me. Do you recognize me now? How could I not recognize you? Lord Yunho. It's been a long time, Guyaja. The celestial immortals kept pestering me to make swords for them, so I made a few whenever I had some spare time. It seems they were quite pleased with them. Thanks to that, I've been able to settle in this world and do what I love. It's amusing that the celestial immortals have been looking out for you. I heard that Lord Yunho had ascended to become a celestial immortal as well, but how? Who said that? That's what everyone believed. Why has the story I told to mock the Taoist priests of Mudong spread to the yokai world? Well. Whether you've become a celestial immortal or become human, your strength is as formidable as ever. I'm far weaker compared to when I was a yokai, are you mocking me? Of course, there's nothing stopping me from cutting off your head right now. Even as a joke. Please don't say such things. By the way, what brings you here to see me? It's the fangs and essence of a spider. It seems to be around 100 years old. Please make a yokai sword with it. A yokai sword? I had a sudden thought while dealing with the human-faced spider, who gave up these fangs in essence a few days ago. If I searched thoroughly, there might be quite a few yokai hiding in the human world. I have received permission. My disciples who are staying here too. I never said anything about that though. Anyway, I'm preparing just in case. There might be some yokai among them that are too powerful to handle. Danlu is a fine sword, but it was not made with fighting yokai in mind. If the opponent is a yokai sword would definitely cut more sharply and stab more deeply than Danlu. Give me a week. Within that time, I'll create a yokai sword that will surely satisfy you, Lord Yunho. What do I know? I'll use whatever you make for me. It's one thing for the lazy and fickle divine beings, but what has Django been doing all this time that there are yokai roaming freely in the human world and even kidnapping a member of the royal family? Has he grown complacent since taking that position? I've heard that there have been many changes in the yokai world. Around the time you left the yokai world, about 300 years ago. 300 years ago? I've been human for less than 10 years, how can you say I've been gone for 300 years? If you ask me things I don't know, how can I answer? Why is the timeline so distorted? Is this also due to that damned causality? Buddha. Anyway, 300 years since you left the yokai world, enough. Whatever changes have happened in the yokai world, what does it have to do with me now? I'll see you in a week. Travel safely. Take care. I've heard that this person called the Shining Sword is an incredible martial artist, but he's just a human, so why does the master bow his head to him? Watch your mouth, Wupyang. He ruled the yokai world long before you or I were born. He even commanded the great yokai like dogs with a word, even the celestial immortals feared the nine-tailed fox. The nine-tailed fox is Lord Yunho. Wupyang. Fill the kiln with new charcoal and stoke the fire. We must forge day and night to create the finest yokai sword. Yes, master. Oh. Is this it? Yes. This is the yokai sword you requested. I intentionally made it look ordinary as it won't be beneficial to attract human attention, it's light. Even a woman can use it without difficulty. How, do you like it? Why are you doing this? Lord Yunho. Did I make a mistake? I guess you made it right because I barely even touched it and you freaked out. What in the world? Take it. What is this? It's a gift in return. It's an elixir pill made from the traces of my yokai energy that remained in the human realm. Huh. Ah, no. How could I receive such a precious thing? Did he like it? I'm sure he did. He gave something more valuable in return than the value of the yokai sword. A gift in return. I feel honored. Wupyang. I'm saying this just in case, but do not tell the other disciples that Lord Yunho has returned as a human and that I made him a yokai sword. Master, I may be slow to improve, but I'm very quick-witted. You rascal. You're worried they might harm you if they hear about this, aren't you? You knew. Yes. They are crazy people who fear nothing. I've been postponing our meeting because it seems like they're about to cause trouble soon. Master, if you keep postponing meeting them like this, it's me who would end up suffering. Are they still asking to meet me? Yes. I didn't tell you, Master, but they seem very determined. If you don't meet with them soon, they will kill me. If we search thoroughly, there might be quite a few yokai hiding in the human realm. I didn't tell you because you said you didn't care what's happening in the yokai realm. Let's temporarily close the blacksmith shop and hold out a little longer. By the way, what was the gift you received? You don't need to know. Shining Sword Sect. Wow. Although it looks ordinary, it feels strange. Is this really a yokai sword? Gaiaja, the famous master blacksmith. Keep it safe and use it whenever necessary. Yes. Senior brother. Let's go to the training ground and try it out. Lady Huayun. Yes. I want to see it too. Let's go together. Master. I also want to go to the training ground for a bit. I couldn't believe it when I heard that you had fought a yokai. But to also have a yokai sword made. And by the famous Master Gaiaja in a week at that. Why are you arguing about it now? What does it matter? I'm not arguing, I'm just surprised and questioning it because it's so unbelievable. Everyone knows that Master Gaiaja doesn't make swords for just anyone. It doesn't matter if it's the emperor or the greatest martial artist in the world. Do you know how long it took to set up the formation in Miwaru? It took nearly 3 years of pleading to install the formation at the establishment. The formation that Li Riang destroyed? The one you invested a lot of money into. Tell me. How did you persuade him to be able to get such a precious sword in just a week? Surin. Li Riang, have you seen him? He went to Tianxia Manor. Humph. Because someone trespassed, the formation was activated. Sheesh. Would you even believe me if I told you the real reason? Tianxia Manor. No, this is ridiculous. He's the one who poked around everywhere, triggered the formation, and then, to claim he almost died because of it is absurd. How could the manor master behave so recklessly? Shaman. Lower your voice a bit. I just opened it slightly because it looked different from before. If I had known such a nasty formation was installed, do you think I would have opened the storehouse? Why did you enter a place where outsiders are forbidden? The person who made that formation is even more ridiculous. I could have died being chased by all those bizarre illusions, and all he says is not to touch anything recklessly in someone else's manor. So, why did you come here without prior notice? It's about the business proposal I mentioned before. You showed interest and I believe I sent the proposal document some time ago. It's been a while without a response, so I wondered if you were still considering it. I'm not considering it, I'm still reviewing it. As you know, I am quite prudent, sometimes to the point of being overly cautious. What is there to review cautiously? If I, Han Young-woo, the manor master, proposes a partnership, there should be no review in the first place. Do you perhaps distrust me? After all the years we've known each other, that can't be the case. This is a large-scale business involving the imperial palace, martial arts, and commerce. I just judged that we need to be cautious before taking any action. I understand. I'd have a better chance of piercing a steel hide with my tongue than changing your mind. But I can't wait forever, so give me an answer soon. Yes, I understand. Guest? Which guest? Master Han Young-soo of the Golden Manor and the young Master Han Jin-song. I haven't seen brother in a long time, so I wanted to visit him with father. But it seems I can't. Should I go to the Shining Sword sect and ask for him? It's alright, brother must be busy too. Instead of your busy brother, how about spending time with me? Long time no see, Miss Ha. Young Master Han. Why are you out here without Master Han Young-soo? Haha. I've been discussing business with my father this entire time. So I wanted to take a break and get some fresh air. How about having some tea with me and spending time together? I decline. I was planning to finish the studies I had put off. Is reading books the only form of study? A man and a woman getting to know each other and experiencing various things together, in a way, that's the most important study in life. Do you think this is a brothel? Who do you think you are to try and flirt with her? You bastard. Br. Brother. So, how long do you plan to stay? Until I get a definitive answer from you. Ha. Make sure he is comfortable during his stay. Understood, my lord. I'll take you to the living quarters. Yes. If you need anything, please let me know. I wonder if there's anything in Chanhajang that I would need. Ha. Jin Song. What happened to you? Father. So, someone hit you? Yes. Think about it. Why would I flirt with a girl like Somi? There are far more attractive women in brothels. Then you should have gone to the brothel instead of causing trouble here. Have you forgotten why we need to bring Cheonhajang into this business? Are you trying to ruin everything when it's about to be finalized? Ah. Father. I investigated how they managed to include illegal items like salt and gunpowder in their business. It seems they've figured out a way to conduct these transactions illegally by bribing the magistrate. Even though it's a workaround, it's still illegal and therefore risky. That's why they're so persistent in trying to drag us into this business. Although the manor head took the initiative for this business, if the business goes wrong, they plan to share the responsibility equally. What about the information I asked you to find out about the Prosperity Clan? The leader of House Sect sent information about them. It's a new rising clan that has absorbed over half of the Superian faction which was in chaos after the death of the Iron King. It's an emerging clan that's growing rapidly. There are rumors that they have someone big backing them behind the scenes, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. A hidden backer. Could it be that even the head of the Golden Manor is being manipulated by this unknown backer? Oh. Yunho. Come in. Hee hee. I heard from Li Riang, a pig from the Golden Manor messed with his formation. Haha. Did you really obtain this yokai sword? That too by personally visiting the master craftsman Guyaja. You never know when or where another yokai might appear. I thought it would be good to have a weapon effective against yokai. I wondered why you were collecting the venom and spirit stones. But since the fight with the human-faced spider, I've been curious. Have you encountered a yokai before? Even if you gained knowledge from the Wudang's books, to me, it was clear that the familiarity you displayed came from prior experience in dealing with yokai. I was a yokai in the past. What? I was the king of the yokai realm, traversing between the three realms, shaking the heavens and the earth. Even the great celestials trembled in fear before me. If you want to tease me, come up with a better story. A yokai king of the yokai realm? How ridiculous. I figured you wouldn't believe me, but it feels like my whole life is being denied. Should I kill him? Shining Sword Sect. Here's the latest information on the Prosperity Clan. There are a few new pieces of notable information. Is it related to Cheonhajang? The Prosperity Clan. This is my first time hearing of this clan. It's a new clan that recently absorbed over half of the Superian faction. Their rapid growth is quite concerning, so we're keeping an eye on them. They're also involved in the borderline illegal business the Golden Manor is starting, so we're providing information to the head of Cheonhajang. Illegal business? My father only engages in legitimate business, so why? Because he wanted to know the Golden Manor Master's intention in continuing to ask for a partnership. Anyway, according to the latest information we have, the Prosperity Clan is now trying to absorb the Nokram faction, and they've already co-opted their leaders. If it's not just a simple rebellion by the leaders, that bastard Li Zheguang must be struggling. What's the level of the Prosperity Clan's warriors? I don't think Saparian would have easily handed over more than half of their faction. Are you worried? It's been a while since I met someone who was fun to teach, and I think it would be quite a shame if he died. Shining Sword. What about you? Wouldn't you feel any regret if he got involved in an unfavorable fight and died meaninglessly? Have you decided where to start? Let's start with the Prosperity Clan. My father must have intuitively sensed that the Golden Manor Lord intends to use him. Even so, he's hesitating to cut ties because they've been friends for decades. So, I plan to make the Manor Lord leave on his own. To do that, I need to know how the Golden Manor and the Prosperity Clan are connected. If all we did was rescue Li Zheguang, this would have been a rather dull journey. But if you provide me with more challenges to enjoy, then I have no complaints. Swinging around the yokai sword should provide enough entertainment. If I use the Heavenly Demon Divine Art, my identity will be revealed. The appearance of the Heavenly Demon will only cause chaos throughout Murim. So, I only took this sword to conceal my identity. If that's the reason, any sword would have sufficed. But why that particular sword? Do you have to use the yokai sword only when fighting demons? I went out of my way to have this sword crafted myself. A true masterpiece sword should be versatile in its use. I'm just doubtful whether the wielder can handle it properly. Are you doubting me, Shining Sword? Huh. So, are we going to wipe them all out? Or just give them a warning? Who are those guys? Halt right there. Where are you from, and what business do you have with the Prosperity Clan? Whatever's necessary. Ah. That sounds good. Hey. Hey. Is the leader of the Prosperity Clan inside? It seems we've made quite a name for ourselves. Indeed. If even crazy people like them are coming here to cause a ruckus. Ugh. Ack. Aren't they too weak? Well, they must have drawn their swords because their leader is inside, right? Open the door. What's going on? Who are they? Are they enemies? I thought it would be more crowded. For an organization that absorbed more than 50% of the Saparian faction, it's too quiet, don't you think? What are you doing? Capture them. How dare you barge in here without fear? We need to catch one of the smarter ones and interrogate them. Then I must hurry and find them. It doesn't seem like these guys will spare us much of their time. Whoa. Those guys aren't ordinary. Don't let them get any further. If it's difficult to capture them alive, kill them. It's time to draw the yokai sword. Not yet. How much would I possibly appreciate this sword's greatness against mere underlings? This bastard. At the very least, they should be capable of cutting my clothes. Ah. They didn't even land one hit. Ugh. What a crazy guy. There he is. Ugh. Hey. You look smart. Guh. How about we have a little chat? Die. I don't know how many more reinforcements will come, but, somehow, I doubt I'll have to draw this sword. The fact that these weaklings managed to take over more than half of the Separian faction. It makes no sense. Well then, shall we hear an explanation that does make sense? Those guys you just beat up. Those guarding this area are all low-ranking martial artists. Most of the elite masters headed to Inwang Fortress to attack Nokrim. When did they leave? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. The fight might have already started. He's not someone who'll die easily. You better hurry. Those who left to attack Nokrim won't be able to survive the day. You're a smart guy, you understand what I'm saying, right? Salt, gunpowder. They were planning to smuggle all these illegal goods. But how did that scoundrel Han Youngwoo manage to fund all this? What the hell? Even the head of the branch, Zhong Wonpyang, is involved. If the business cannot proceed due to interference from the imperial family, we'll place the blame on Chonhajang. What is this? Ha! So that's why he was so persistent in proposing a partnership with my father. I was planning on letting that bastard go. But now, I can't let any of them go unpunished. Isn't that right? Of course. But Zhong Wonpyang is the leader of a clan who has risen to the rank of nobility. Even if there's evidence, he's not someone you can easily touch. How? Yeah, it would be a bit much to just show up and cut down someone who works for the royal family. There must be many people backing him up. Then I'll just report it directly to the Emperor. The Emperor. I am, after all, the Emperor's martial arts master. A third-rank Grand Preceptor. Third-rank Grand Preceptor. The Emperor's martial arts master. If what he's saying is true. What are you waiting for? Lead the way. We need to take care of the Prosperity Clan. We've messed with the wrong people. I wonder if I'll even be able to save my life. There were several attacks led by the 5 branch leaders. Although our side didn't suffer much damage. It seems difficult to take over Inwang Palace within the time given by the vice chief. Did the 5 branch leaders join the defense of Inwang Palace? No. Only part of their group joined, and the 5 branch leaders are all dead. Then why is this taking so long? These bastards. How dare they come here? Is it because of that bandit? They say he used to be the former leader of the Aso clan, named Li Zheguang. Li Zheguang. He doesn't seem any different from the 5 dead branch leaders, but his simple axe swings surpass the level of mastery. Also, whether it's due to his leadership, I don't know, but the movements of the bandits following his orders are like those of soldiers under siege, making them much tougher to deal with than before. With all sorts of scoundrels gathering in the mountains, it's no surprise someone like him has appeared. But whatever the reason, we cannot afford any delay. We'll sweep through Inwang Palace before the vice chief arrives. In most cases, you have to go through the vice chief. He actually prefers to be alone, so much so that he set up his residence in such a secluded place. Let's see how long you'll keep using honorifics when addressing him. Anyway, to meet the Prosperity Clan's leader, that wretched scoundrel, we have to go this way, that's what I'm saying. Forget leader, just call him a rat. Rats like dark, hidden places where they can avoid notice. If you poke around in places a rat might like. Wag. How? I thought there was just one rat, but there are several. Don't misunderstand. I really didn't know they were hiding out here. Who said anything? See that? You wouldn't believe it, but that over there. This is really beyond imagination. I called him a rat because he acts like one, but who would have thought there'd be an actual rat hiding here? I've got no more use for you. If you don't want to spend your nights sleepless, get out of here right now. Thank you. Please, don't ever come looking for me again. This is getting interesting. I told you not to come here without permission. This place looks bizarre. Were you trying to replicate the atmosphere of your home to forget the hardships of being away? Huh? Why is that stick standing up like that? Oh, it's a sword. Are you seriously practicing martial arts? Okay. It's quite impressive. For a mere yokai. Who are you? If you were from the yokai realm, you'd be exhausted from getting trampled on all day, a wretch who would have hidden in a den like this to beg and survive. Yet you've crossed into the human world and managed to take over the position of leader of the Prosperity Clan. How dare you act so arrogantly without knowing your place? I asked who you are. I don't know how you learned martial arts, but you probably can't use yokai energy like internal energy. It seems like you just imitated the form of martial arts and then sloppily layered energy over it. I'm asking who you are. Let's just say I'm a human who knows your kind very well. Unlike the yokai realm, in the human world, you need money to grow and maintain power. You must have realized that too, so you had to find a way to make money. I wouldn't have cared if you were making money with the Golden Manor or taking over Nokrim. Honestly, if you hadn't touched Chanhajang, I wouldn't have bothered. I wouldn't have come here, and your identity wouldn't have been exposed. What? The human world and the yokai realm are vastly different, but there is one principle they both share. If you stick your nose in someone else's business, you might get your head smashed. Do you really think? You think you can kill me with such cheap tricks? He's just a mid-level yokai, slightly stronger than the human-faced spider. If that's the case, I wonder just how strong the martial arts he's mastered truly are. I'll find out soon enough. Oh. He's managing to see through and block my sword chi, though it's not at the level I used against the Blood Cult's lord. That's almost on par with the 24 Masters of Murim. Although, his yokai energy isn't refined and used like inner energy. To think he could become this powerful. A mere human. How dare you? Die. I can see how much effort you've put in. So, should I say it's quite offensive? For a mere mid-level yokai to create such a powerful sword technique just by imitating it. If I'd known earlier, that day when that monk came looking for me, I wouldn't have killed him but rather persuaded him to become my master. What a shame. What nonsense are you spouting? I could have become strong enough to pull the heavens down to earth, or perhaps cut off a finger of the Buddha. Ugh. You, what have you done? How are you so fast? Martial arts is about handling refined internal energy delicately. At my level, controlling my speed is not a difficult task. You who just imitate the motions of martial arts, could never understand, but unexpectedly, thanks to you, I've gained a good experience. If I ever meet another yokai pretending to have mastered martial arts from now on, it'll serve as a reference for how to deal with them. What a vile human. You've been toying with me from the start. My arm is starting to feel numb from holding it like this. Unfortunately, it seems there's nothing more to learn from you. Single strike. Cloud-splitting whirl. He wasn't as strong as the blood demon, it's just a plain old sword. In terms of handling internal energy, that rat was certainly more stable. Well, it's only natural since he was a yokai. You said you only communicate through your subordinates. Most communications were through the vice leader, weren't they? No matter how cleverly he disguised himself in human form. I find it hard to believe his subordinates didn't notice his true identity. Judging by the fact he placed restrictions on communication, they must have known his identity, right? At least the vice leader, who handled most of the communication. No way, is the vice leader also? Who's next? Anyone who wants to die, come forward. 70% of your men are dead. The rest ran away, abandoning their loyalty and fleeing the mountain stronghold. In such a situation, I can't understand what you're holding out for by standing alone. It was a hopeless battle from the start. I'm just grateful that they fought alongside me until now. If dying together means loyalty, why are you all still alive? Don't spout nonsense. What an interesting fellow. So that's why you spared them. Why you've arrived, Vice Leader. I saw the corpses scattered across the mountain as I climbed. Those pathetic mountain bandits managed to kill quite a few of our elite forces. From what I've heard, you're the one who led those bandits. What are you trying to say? If you truly led them, your skills would be too valuable to waste by killing you. Thus, I'll offer you more than you're worth, join our main force and be of some use. Humph. All I hear is, if you don't want to die, become our dog. Even if you feed a dog generously, it's still dog food. Are you refusing? I've resigned myself to die anyway. I won't make the offer again. Hand over your head, and I might consider it. It seems you didn't spare him but rather couldn't handle him. I was just about to finish things. This is how humans are. What? What do you mean? How can you say Inwang Palace isn't here? You're quite frustrating. This isn't Inwang Mountain. This is Samyang Mountain. Of course, there's no Inwang Palace here if you're searching on Samyang Mountain instead of Inwang Mountain. This. Damn it. I've been away from the Central Plains for so long that I've lost my sense of direction. But why are you looking for such a dangerous place at this late hour? You don't need to know. Where is Inwang Mountain? It's about 100 li in this direction. Roughly 40 kilometers. I just passed by it. It was right there. Thank you. Oh dear. Take care of yourself. Look at that. He's almost flying through the air. That's crazy. Still, it doesn't seem like he's looking for something good. You should be more careful than I should. Ugh. Arg. Damn it. I wanted to return to the Shining Sword sect and continue my training. But it seems this is where it all ends. Rather than die, living as a dog wouldn't be the worst fate. Human. Die. I won't dodge. Huh. Heavenly Demon. Could it be, that you've come personally out of concern, for this lowly one's life? Heavenly Demon. Oh my. What an amazing sword. I didn't even use any technique, I just swung it. Why are you just sitting there? What? Have you given up already? Of course not. I was just, catching my breath, for a moment. You've come just in time. Though my training period was short. I'll show you, just how much I've accomplished, thanks to you. Foolish one. Isn't it surprising enough that you survived this long? The Prosperity Clan has already been wiped out. Even if you escape from here, there's no place left for you to return to. What? Since you have no place to return to. Even if you're lucky enough to escape with your life. How many of you will actually turn over a new leaf and live a new life? Rather than scattering across the Central Plains and spreading your stench, die here. The Prosperity Clan has been annihilated.